Welcome to Garden Chat Wednesday, and our fall bulb orders have arrived. We've got a lot of daffodils in, we've got Spanish bluebells and alliums, but we also have a lot of bulbs in the ground already. So one thing you can do if you've got some bulbs in the ground and maybe you only purchased a few of them but you'd like to see the area kind of spread out, or you want to share some with friends, I think dividing plants and sharing with friends and family is a great way to create memories also. All of us have gotten something in our grandmother's yard that was blooming that we'd love to see in our yards just because it was a childhood memory. Spanish bluebells is really a small bulb here, Hispanica hyacinoides, and this bulb is actually Excelsior blue. It's a great blue. It's about 18 inches tall. It blooms in April. So it's something that you should add to your garden if you haven't done it already. But what I wanted to show you is what we have in the ground where they have just taken root and really spread out. I've got a spot that I dug, but I thought I'd dig another one for you. Of course, this is awesome soil. I noticed that in a lot of the gardening videos, we all like to pick the spots where we've got good soil. So here is what happens. We probably planted these bulbs, oh gosh, at least 5 years ago, and probably one bulb, every 3 inches. And so this is what happens after a couple of years. Every 3 to 5 years, you need to be dividing your bulbs. Sometimes you'll get that chance because they'll kind of stop blooming. They won't look so well. But look at how many little baby bulbs we got there. These really tiny ones probably won't put out a flower the first year, but by the next year they will. But you can see their mature size is not really that large. But I can take these bulbs up now. I can move them to another location. This is not a huge bulb, so I really only need to put it about 3 inches in the ground, at least double the size of the height is what I'm going to be looking for, so it's an easy bulb to put in the ground. I'd look for a spot here, but I think it's actually pretty full, but look at how many bulbs that we can make out of that. Lots of babies. Roots are obviously going to go down, point tip goes up, and often when you're making these digs, you do injure a few bulbs. What we're hoping for is a full disc right there, that it has all of its root system, but you can always put it in and see what happens. If you have a bulb, a strange bulb that you don't know which way to go with it, try to put it sideways if you're not sure, but obviously in this one we know that's the way for it to go. So adding bulbs to your garden is a great way to have some great color in the spring. I understand it's really big up north, of course. It's the same way here. We are so ready for spring to come after we've had those cold winter days, and bulbs are the way to get that. They're under the ground, so that they can actually be mixed with other perennials so that you have a longer season of colors. Especially a lot of the dwarf daffodils I like to mix with hostas. I don't have a lot of other stuff mixed in this one. You can see that it's done almost a ground cover effect of what it's able to do with the bulbs. So if you haven't added any bulbs to your garden, think about adding some Spanish bluebells. It'll give you great blue color for several weeks in April. And if you don't want to do it, then you should come here and see ours. If you've got any questions, please send it to our plant info, or you can check us out on our website. Thanks for joining us for Garden Chat.